guys, I'm going to do something very different today. I'm going to do my first reaction video here on YouTube. A couple of days ago, Katt Williams sat with Shannon Sharpe of Club Shay Shay and he went wild. He's talked about a lot of things, talked about famous rappers, famous actors, and famous comedians, some of the people he worked with over the last 20, 30 years of his career. And Katt Williams really went on specifically about some really famous people like Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, and Steve Harvey. And I'll be reacting to some of the stuff he said on that interview. It's a 2-hour video. Check down for the full video in the description below. If you're new to this channel for the first time, please subscribe, share, like, and comment down below. Let's get into it.
Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
So what's he talking about? He's talking about Cedric the Entertainer stealing jokes. So I know comedians do a little bit of modification of other people's jokes, but I think he's talking about stealing like outright line for line and not giving credit. Well, let's continue to watch.
Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit. Then you ask him, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head.
Wow. There's a lot of angst coming from Katt Williams. One wonders, has he had an issue with Cedric Entertainer before? This doesn't sound like a regular joke. Let's continue.
There ain't none. You would have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got...
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting on here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes.
He doesn't write jokes. Kevin Hart doesn't write jokes. A couple of other famous comedians don't write jokes. Look, if you're funny, you can deliver your lines well, and you can't write, but you have a great writing team that can write for you. What is the problem? What's the problem here? Let's keep on watching.
He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix.
So now this sounds like bragging. You know, he has 12 comedy specials on Netflix. Cedric the Entertainer's got 4. I'm better than you. Yeah, is that necessary? Is that necessary? Is that necessary? Let's keep watching.
Or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you have a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform.
Right, so let's circle back. So he sounds like he's reacting. The funny thing is I'm reacting to a video, and it sounds like Katt Williams is reacting to something that Cedric the Entertainer said on Shannon Shay's show. And this is why he's coming back to say, I want to set the record straight. This guy says some stuff about me that I'm not comfortable with, and that's why I'm here to set the record straight. Let's keep watching.
If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Rickey Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. The way that Rickey Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth.
So, I mean, this is my perspective now, and my reaction. So, Katt doesn't seem like the kind of guy you want to share secrets with or do stuff in front of, because if he gets upset, it's gonna tell it all. It might not happen immediately, it might take years to happen, but it will happen, because he's saying stuff now that might be industry secrets but not public knowledge. Talking about Earthquake not being in movies because he's illiterate. Is that necessary? I'm not disputing anything he's saying, but I'm just saying that Katt seems like somebody who talks a bit too much. So we'll pause here and I'll go to the next one, which is Steve Harvey. See you in 2 seconds. So let's go into the next one with my review of Katt speaking about Steve Harvey. Let's get into it.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip. Less than you. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife.
So it seems like Steve Harvey is just making stuff up, that is not actually real, just to make people laugh about him being homeless. He's never been homeless. 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show. I was in 5 shows a week. So the guy's been rich for quite some time. So let's keep watching.
Forget that. You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory.
If anyone knows if Katt Williams is 100% correct or he's talking BS, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. I really want to know. Let's keep watching.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. They paid.
No one has a memory 15 years ago of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. So we're going to the last part of the review where he's going on Kevin Hart. Let's keep watching.
You to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean a...
So he's saying that Steve Harvey is not in movies anymore because they had a battle, comedy battle, which Steve lost. And Steve came on Shannon Sharpe's show to say something completely different about how, because of Bernie Mac and somebody else, he had to stop going to do movies. So, again, in the comments, if you know this to be untrue, remember this is Katt Williams' version. This is his story. This is his side. He deserves a spot to speak like everybody else. Let's keep watching.
11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no.
So how is that relevant? They're not funny in real life, but they're funny on TV. Okay?
Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Rickey Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is.
All right, I'm going to wrap up this review here. These are my final thoughts as a Niger man's perspective. I think it's a bit of both. I think in some ways, Katt Williams is actually telling the truth. He's a veteran comedian, and he's been in so many movies. Friday After the Next. He's done. I mean, you should check out his stuff on Netflix. He's done a lot of great work as a stand-up comedian. Now, on the other side, he's well off, but I don't know whether it's a recognition thing. I don't want to go and say it's jealousy, but sometimes you might not be jealous of someone, but you might think that you're not as recognized as other people, that you're more talented than. So that's what I think this is. I think it's a mixture of that, and also a mixture of the truth, and it's probably just wanting to have his voice out there for people to say, okay, let Katt Williams say what he has to say, and he's outing some of these guys. And finally, there might be a little bit of a personal vendetta between him and these guys. I'm sure if you check somewhere in the internet, there's something out there with him having beef and having spats with some of the guys he mentioned. But I don't want to waste too much of your time. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. Just like I said in the beginning, if it's your first time here, please subscribe, like, comment, and share my video for more content. If you like the way I shot this, let me know. If you want me to cover more reviews, let me know. You can also send me an email to anigermansperspective@gmail.com. I'll read it. And if you have any comments or any videos you want me to react to, please send me an email. See you in the next one.